They say time is money. Imagine someone coming, asking where it all went, and demanding payment for the time wasted. Tonight, someone did. A stranger, I'm taking your life. 5.2 years, scrolling, postponing, and avoiding. You gave it away. I'm just here to collect it. It's Tuesday, almost midnight. Marcus Reed is on his couch, phone in his hand, thumb scrolling, again and again. The TV plays to no one. Dinner sits cold on the table. 3 hours vanish without saying goodbye. Then, a knock. Marcus doesn't look up. It's almost midnight, he mutters. Another knock. Not loud, not angry, just patient. Marcus sighs, drags himself up, and opens the door. A man stands there. Mid-60s, maybe, calm eyes. A simple suit, old-fashioned, but not old. In his hands, a worn leather book. Marcus Reed? The man asks softly. Yeah, do I know you? The man gives a small, sad smile. Everyone does, eventually. Marcus hesitates. May I come in? It's late. This won't take long, the man says. How long depends on you. Something in his voice makes Marcus step aside. They sit at the kitchen table. The man opens the book. Pages filled with names, dates, numbers. Marcus laughs nervously. What is this? You selling something? No, the man says. I'm collecting. Collecting what? The man looks up. Time. Marcus frowns. Time? Yes, the time you wasted. Marcus coughs. That's insane. That's what everyone says? The man turns the book around. Marcus sees his name. Under it, a list. Hours scrolling through nothing. Trips planned but never taken. Years in a job he hated. Nights watching shows he can't remember. Arguments with strangers who don't exist anymore. Time avoiding people who actually mattered. At the bottom, total debt 5.2 years. Marcus' mouth goes dry. This can't be real. It is, the man says quietly, and payment is due tonight. Marcus stands. No, you can't just. I don't make the rules, the man says, rising too. I only enforce them. He closes the book. You had 43 years left, he says. Now you have 37.8. Marcus' voice shakes. You're saying I just die sooner? Yes, the man extends his hand. Shall we settle the account? Wait, Marcus's voice cracks. Please, there has to be another way. The man pauses. There is, he says, but it costs more. I'll do anything. The man sits back down. Then I'll show you what you traded your time for. He touches the book. The room dissolves. Marcus is standing in his old office. 3 years ago, his younger self sits at a desk, staring at a screen. Read, his boss snaps. Those reports better be done. Almost, young Marcus says. The boss walks away. Young Marcus exhales, defeated. You spent a year of your life here, the man says. Why? I needed the money. You had savings, you had options. Marcus looks at the screen. A job posting, risky, exciting. 47 visits, the man says. Zero applications. Marcus says nothing. Why? I wasn't ready. The man shakes his head slowly. No one ever is. The room shifts. Emma is packing boxes. I can't do this anymore, she says. I'm here, young Marcus argues. I'm trying. She looks at him, exhausted. You're not here, she says. You're just near me. Silence. I told you my dad was having surgery, she says. You didn't even look up. I was working. You were scrolling. She lifts the box. I love you, she says softly. But you're always somewhere else. She leaves. Marcus watches her go. You spent thousands of hours with her, the man says. How many were you actually present for? I loved her, Marcus whispers. The man looks at him. Love isn't time spent, it's attention given. He pauses. And yours was always somewhere else. Another shift, a hospital room. Marcus's father lies in bed, thin, tired. Put the phone away, his father says gently, just for a minute. I'm here, Dad. His father smiles weakly. I have one regret, he says. Always working, always busy, always saying tomorrow. He coughs. Don't wait, son. Tomorrow runs out. I won't, young Marcus says. I promise. His father reaches for his hand. Stay a bit longer. Marcus checks his watch. I'll come back tomorrow. His father nods slowly. Tomorrow? The room freezes. The man's voice is quiet. He died that night. Marcus' legs give out. He sinks into the chair. We were at a bar. I didn't know, Marcus sobs. I didn't know it was the last time. No one ever does, the man says. That's why it hurts. They are back in the apartment. Marcus looks hollowed out. You showed me this to punish me? He says. No, the man replies. I showed you this to offer you a choice. He raises one finger. 1. I take the 5.2 years, you forget everything. You live the same way you always have. And the other, I take nothing, but you remember every wasted hour, every missed moment, forever. Marcus says weakly, that's not fair. No, the man agrees. It's honest. Silence fills the room. If I choose to remember, Marcus says, can I fix things? Some, the man says. Not all. Some doors close forever. Marcus closes his eyes. I'll remember, he says. I'll change. The man closes the book. Then your debt is suspended, he says. Every day, you choose whether it stays that way. He walks to the door, stops. Your nephew, he says. The one you keep meaning to call. Marcus freezes. Call him, the man says softly. Tomorrow isn't patient. The door closes. Morning. Marcus wakes before his alarm. He reaches for his phone, stops, sets it face down. At work, read. I need these reports by I quit. That night, he opens his laptop, finds the application he abandoned, and finishes it. Then, he picks up his phone, dials a number. Uncle Marcus, a sleepy voice answers. Marcus smiles. Hey buddy, sorry, it's late. It's okay. I'm done waiting, Marcus says. Let's do the trip. The one I kept promising. Really? Really. 6 months later, a smaller apartment, brighter, photos on every wall. A knock at the door. Just a delivery. A child's drawing. Two stick figures holding hands. Best uncle ever. Marcus sticks it on the fridge. His phone buzzes. Still on for tomorrow? He types back. Wouldn't miss it. He sets the phone down, and for the first time in years, he doesn't pick it up back. The debt collector never came back, not because Marcus had paid, because he finally stopped borrowing. Everyone wastes time. That's human. But some people learn to stop waiting. And when they do, the math changes. Because the only payment that ever mattered wasn't years. It was presence, attention, and choosing now. Before now is gone. The debt collector is patient, but tomorrow isn't.